Hey everyone, so I am not good at making videos yet, but there is something that I've been wanting to share for some time. I challenged AI art to a duel. Back in August, I became acquainted with Midjourney and I gave it 3 prompts randomly generated by my brain, and I decided to take those prompts on myself and see what I could do with them. And then just yesterday, I gave Midjourney AI those same prompts again. I was just curious to see how it had changed, if it had improved, and we'll take a look at that and see what we can do. Me versus Midjourney AI.
So here we go, prompt number 1. Disgusted cat eating a tube of toothpaste. This prompt was really very random, and Midjourney returned the favor with many freakish, very random images. My favorite here is this one, which I dubbed Toothpaste Face, and I'm considering it Midjourney's submission to our little competition. This, on the other hand, is mine. I was going for a cartoony look, and my iPad recorded me having drawn this in approximately an hour and 7 minutes in comparison to Midjourney, which popped these out in each less than a minute. On to prompt number 2. Fresh Christmas tree juice in a glass. This one's pretty straightforward and pretty stupid. Here's what Midjourney turned out, and here is what I likewise turned out. I did this in about 2 hours and 44 minutes according to my iPad. I might have taken a little longer on this though in reality. So there are the 2 submissions for prompt number 2. On prompt number 3, I wanted to pull out all the stops, so I submitted, a child bursts through the tops of cumulus clouds on a playground swing. Elated. Painterly. Airplane in background. Breathtaking. And there you have it. And at least as of August, Midjourney did not know what it was doing. My favorite is this one though. It looks like the clouds are gathered in this weird kind of tarp, so I'm going to call this Midjourney's entry. Ironically though, I kind of struggled with this one too, and I'm still not satisfied with my final result. So I started with sketches, and then I did a digital mock-up, and I decided that I was going to do this ultimately in traditional media, which is, a great idea considering I haven't done traditional media in a long time. Not easy. So I tried it once and failed. I did another digital mock-up and tried again and failed. And then I flipped it over and I'm like, ooh, cool texture, and used the other side and tried, and I got something that I'm pretty satisfied with, and it's actually growing on me. But I'm wanting to attempt this one more time, but for now, this is my submission. Now, this was all back in August, so how about December? So for prompt number 1 for the cat, Midjourney gave me this in December, which is remarkable, much, much different than before, though still very, very weird. Midjourney, if you haven't noticed, seems to have an issue with hands and or paws. It doesn't seem to really know what to do with those. Anyways, I'm choosing this one, and here's the final lineup for prompt number 1. For prompt number 2, fresh Christmas tree juice in a glass, I also got some results that seemed more sophisticated than before. I chose this as the final to upscale, and that's the submission for December. Prompt number 3, in comparison to the results from August, were incredible. They seem to be done in a style similar to Norman Rockwell or something, although the nuances of what I personally had in mind still feel difficult to achieve. This kid frankly looks stoned. I like that. But this is the image that I chose to upscale, and it is so much better than before, although still there are elements that are kind of an uncanny valley, not to mention he has a weird chain going through his arm, and there are just some aspects of his limbs, his hands, and his face that seem a little bit off-putting to me. And there's the final for prompt number 3. Hey, I'm back in Utah now, just trying to put this all together. I hope you enjoyed that. So obviously this video was more of an experiment and less of a commentary on the ethics and the moral implications around AI art. That definitely is a big part of this, though. There are lots of conversations happening around that. And for more info on what people think about the ethics of AI art and what it means for artists in the industry, here are some links in the show notes of people that I follow who also talk about this and have some really good opinions on it. Anyways, thanks so much, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.